Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to this tutorial. This is video number 5 I believe, and in this video we're going to be installing and configuring Memberpress for our memberships. But before we do that, I just want to quickly fix one thing that we forgot to do in the last lesson. So if I go to my homepage, as you can see, if I hover over the logo and I click on it, it's not working, it's not a link. So I want to link this to take me back to the homepage every time I click on it. So in order to do that, I just go to WP Admin Dashboard, click on Templates, Theme Builder, Header, Edit with Elementor, and I just click on the image itself, and there is a section called Link in here. So I just choose Custom URL and just make it / which it will take me to the homepage again. Click on Update, and now if I go back to my homepage, I refresh it. As you can see, if I hover over it and click on it, it will take me back to the homepage. So now once this is done, let's just install Memberpress. So in order to do that, I'm going to quickly show you. Sorry about that. If you go to memberpress.com, you just click on login here, go to the login page, and obviously you have to first buy it. So first you can just go to Cyber Monday. It's already Wednesday in here. Anyway, so you just go to pricing, you'll see which package you like. So I would encourage you to go to see all features, and in most cases it's a good option to start with the basic package. The Pro package and the Plus package are basically the same, except that it allows you to use it on up to 5 websites, while Plus only allows you to use it on up to 2 websites, right? So just go and see on these, compare these packages for yourself, because in this tutorial we're going to be using the basic package because we're going to be connecting it to MailChimp, but some email providers like ActiveCampaign are only available in the Plus package, as well as some other features. So just the process of buying it is straightforward. Just click on Get Started and it will let you know everything you need to do. But you can just see the features yourself. Also, the Plus package allows you to create corporate accounts, which means that you can create like one admin for the group, for like a corporate organization, and it can they can simply add their own users and just pay, one person pays for like the whole group. So these are some of the differences, but we're going to start with the basic package. So once you're logged in, you just go to memberpress.com/account, and if you scroll down to the very bottom, you can see that there are three columns. We're going to be using this current stable version. Current edge version is something that has the latest features, but it's not fully tested, and it can have bugs. So don't use it unless you're just willing to play around. Don't use it for production mode. And so if we and here you'll have a license key that you can then copy and paste inside WordPress. I'll show you how to do it a bit later. But so if you go to download the current stable version, just download it, and now we go back to our WP admin, go to plugins, add new, and so click on upload plugin, choose file. I have my Memberpress, I believe, in here. Click on open and click on install now. Then click on activate, and we should be good to go. Once it's activated, now you can see we have this section called Memberpress. So first you can go to Memberpress, activate, and just insert your license key that you would grab in here. Obviously I have them erased so that you don't see them for security purposes. You will just paste in your license key and click on activate my license key. And that should be it. Now we're going to go to options and configure some options for Memberpress. So let me just quickly pull up another website where I have it all configured so that I don't forget any of the options. So first of all, reserved pages, it asks you to link to pages, to thank you page, account page, and login pages. For now, we can just use the auto create new page feature, so it will automatically create a new page. Now this is fine for now. These are basically if someone wants to go and compare all three plans, what is the URL that they have to go to? So it will be like in our case marketly under space / plans, but we're going to be only using one membership in this tutorial, so we won't have like different tiers, so it's not really that important. The page is slugged, so if someone wants to register for a membership that's called, for example, bronze, the URL for that page is going to be marketly under space / register / bronze. So this is what this field is responsible for. Now, unauthorized access, we have to restrict access to users who are not authorized, who don't have basically access to protected pages. And for now, just don't pay attention to this notice. I'll fix it after I record this tutorial. So if we want to protect access, the best option I find is to use this thing called redirect unauthorized visitors to a specific URL. Just uncheck this box, and I would go to template redirect and click on redirect non-singular views. So it's going to redirect once someone tries to go to the page that is protected, it's going to redirect them back to the home page, to this page basically, which is the home page. Now if we go to account, there are some interesting fields that we can configure. So I will use everything like this, like the default ones for now, except I want to do a few things. So one thing is I want to require privacy policy acceptance on membership registration forms, and the privacy policy page is this page. We're going to change the permalink a little bit later, I'll show you. So it's going to be marketly.android.space /privacy policy, not this weird page ID = 3. And I also want to enable a single page checkout. Now here's the important part. Single page checkout works like this. So basically they have a form where they input their information like name, email address, password, etc. And if we have this option checked, it will ask them to pay on the same page. If we're using Stripe, it will have a field for inserting their credit card. If we don't use this option, it will basically have all these fields like name, email, password on one page, and it will allow users to on this page just to pick a payment option. So if we have, for example, PayPal and Stripe enabled, it will allow them to pick between 1 and 2, but they won't actually be paying on that page. So once they fill in that information, they're going to click send or whatever the button is saying, and then on the next page they're going to be presented with a field for inserting their credit card or whatever is required by the payment gateway. So we're going to use enable single page in this tutorial because we're going to be styling our registration pages, and not to complicate things, and we're going to be using Elementor, so not to complicate things, we're going to use single page. I will show you later why exactly, but important thing is this: if you're able to write a lot of custom CSS and style these pages on your own, not using Elementor, I would encourage you to disable this option. And the reason why is because of the conversion rate. So imagine this: if someone goes to your registration page for the membership, and he gives you all of his information like name, email, etc., and then all of a sudden I don't know, there is a problem with the credit card or whatever, or he just randomly gets distracted by, I don't know, something happened, and he doesn't submit his information, the you've lost the customer. You don't have his email, his name, nothing. But if you have a two-step process where on the first page they give you their email, name, etc., and on the second page they actually pay, and let's say something's wrong with the credit card, so and the process is not hasn't succeeded, you now have their email and name and basic information. So now you can use email reminders to get them back to the website. So there is a section here called reminders. I'll just quickly show it to you, but we won't go through it in this tutorial. You can just add a new reminder, for example, 1 day before after sign up has been abandoned, right? And so you can edit these emails. But for the simplicity of this tutorial, we're going to be using enable single page checkout. Yeah, so that's it for this page. I will also check in this checkbox because I don't want members to create a username, and if this checkbox is checked, they're only going to have to use their email and they won't have to create a specific username. But if it's unchecked, they will have to create a username and insert their email. So both fields. Now here is a fields tab, which is basically going to you can just add custom fields to the registration form using this builder. It's pretty straightforward. You just click on plus, name a field, pick a type, and yeah, just configure it, make it require or not. Show it sign up if you want these fields to be shown in sign up. Show in account if you want them to be in the profile, edit profile form. So we're going to just use like these standard configurations for now. Payments, we're going to get to payments a little bit later, so I'll show you, but for now let's just leave it blank. Emails, these are kinds of emails that you can send to your members, as well as here are some emails that are going to be sent to the admin user, to this email to the admin user who's basically the admin of the website, right? And so, for example, if someone signs up, you get a notice, and you can click on edit and change this. This is the body of the email that you will get. So here are some variables that, yeah, basically it says username with this user with this username, sorry, has registered with this email, blah blah blah. And the same goes for the emails that go to your members. You can also include a privacy policy link in the email, but we're not going to do this for now. Marketing, we're going to connect it to MailChimp, sorry, but a little bit later, and I'll show it to you how it's done. So if we go to info, you can set up some of your business details here. Yeah, it's going to be for used for taxes and receipts, but I'll just leave it blank for now. General, so here you can configure your currency. For the most part, I would leave it. Yeah, I would leave the defaults, except I would change the currency and the languages. And you can also just enable taxes, but we're not going to use it right now because it's going to overcomplicate our tutorial. So yeah, if I go back to pages, I just click on update options, give it a second, and as you can see, it created 3 pages here: thank you, account, and login. So account, login, and thank you, right? I'm also going to add a new page called terms of service. Terms of service, I'm just going to say terms of service, publish. Here is the link to that page. I'm just going to copy it and Yeah, and if I go back to Memberpress options, I want to have basically terms of service and my privacy policy pages, so that users know what my terms of service and privacy policy are. So privacy policy checkbox title, I'm just going to say I agree. Just let me double check it because I have it on my second screen. I'm just going to say I agree with. Oh, sorry, let's just leave it let's just leave it as it is. And I'm going to check this require terms of service membership registration forms, and the URL for that page is going to be like this: terms of service. Yeah, so let me just click on update. Yeah, let me just double check that this privacy policy page is working. I believe if I go to privacy policy, it should also work. But just let me double check it. Yeah, it does work. So if I go to settings, permalinks, let me just quickly check if my permalinks are setting correctly. So I want to change permalinks to be like this. So it's going to use basically the name of the post or the name of the page as a slug instead of using these weird like dates, etc. And just save changes. Let me go to Memberpress, options, account. Still says page ID equals 3. So let me just double check one more thing. Privacy policy. Use this page. Maybe it will refresh the configuration. If not, it's also fine. Sometimes WordPress behaves in a weird way, so you just have to basically agree to it. Okay, nonetheless, it's all fine. We have our basic options configured. Now we're going to go to memberships and create our new membership. So the membership is going to be, we're going to have just one membership, so I'm going to call it membership, like obviously. And so the price, I want it to be like $20. $20 for recurring every 30. The interval is going to be every 30 days, so they're going to, sorry, 1 month. Yeah, and I'm going to, or I can just check in monthly in here. So yeah, and I'm going to check on the trial period to be 14 days, and for the trial period, let's just make it $30, and for the trial period they're going to get it for $20. And we're going to allow only one time trial, so that's good. Let me just quickly check these settings here. Oh, I see, I accidentally put something in here. So yeah, besides that, I think we're good. So let me just publish it, and let me just quickly go over these settings. But first, as you can see, it created a special page that allows users to register for this page. It still requires the address of the user, so I'm going to go to options, account, fields, and just, I don't want their like private fields to be like address fields, to be required. So yeah, so you can see we have links to our privacy policy and terms of service. Let's just go to memberships. Go to this membership again, and just scroll down, and in the discussion section, unselect the allow comments thing, click on update, and yeah. So I'm also going to open this page in incognito mode, because right now I'm logged in as an admin, sorry. So that's why it doesn't require my email address, because it already knows. But If I'm not logged in, not registered, it's going to look like this: first name, last name, email, password, password confirmation, and these two fields. We're going to change the look of this page so that it looks more visually appealing, I would say, but for now let's just leave it as it is. And let me just go back quickly to these settings. So registration button text is basically the text that is displayed on the registration button on the register page, which is this one, right? So I could have a custom thank you page just for this membership. We can send specific emails when welcome emails to the user once he registers. We can only allow certain payment methods for this membership, and if we have custom fields added to the membership registration process, we can just customize these fields here. So maybe for this particular membership, we don't require all of these fields, and for another one we will require them. So this is what these options do. Permissions: who is allowed to register to this membership. You can just maybe you want, if you have like maybe multiple memberships, maybe you want to allow only people who are already who already purchased a lower tier membership to register for this one, if this one is a higher tier. So you can just limit it to members, or if you have other memberships, it will say, I believe, memberships. So yeah, then you can just limit the people who can register for this membership to these conditions, right? So maybe you don't even want anyone to be able to register right now, so you can just click on disabled. But for now, we're going to be using anyone. Allow users to create multiple active subscriptions to this membership. I don't want to select that for now. Price box. So yeah, we can just have our pricing box created. I'm just going to quickly show you what it looks like. So, if you go to websites, you can see oftentimes 3 boxes with all the features and the name of the membership, etc. So here's a place that you can just create these boxes, but we're not going to be using it since we only have one membership, and we already described its benefits on the homepage. So it's going to be fine, I believe. And in an advanced tab, we're going to, I'm not even sure what this option does, membership access URL. Alright, whatever. Haven't honestly used it, so yeah. Pricing terms, you can just change the pricing terms for this membership. I believe you have to input a page in here. Custom login redirect URL. Nah, we're fine. Yeah, so that's basically it. And let me just click on update. And so that's it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'm going to be connecting Stripe. And yeah, we're going to be working on login and register pages. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comments below, and I'll do my best to include it in my next tutorials. Thanks.